Hello and welcome to this video. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. So Chelsea have finally appointed Frank Lampard as their new manager. The former Chelsea player has done a very good job, in my opinion, at Derby County, getting them to the playoff final, and now he has his chance of a lifetime going to Chelsea. So he started his career as a player at West Ham, of course, before joining Chelsea in 2001, where he stayed for 13 years and then moved to New York City, went on loan to Manchester City, and then went back to New York City, and that is where he ended his career. He made over 100 appearances for England as well as being capped at under 21 level and the B side. And he's only had one job in football, and it's been a crazy year for Frank Lampard. Having his first job, doing really well, going to Wembley, getting them to the playoff final, and now he is manager of Chelsea Football Club. So, as a player then, he did really well. He did really well. He Premier League, he won 3 Premier League titles in 2004-05. 5-6 they retained it, and 09-10 they won it again under Carlo Ancelotti. He won 4 FA Cups in 2007, 2009, 2010 and 2012. Football League Cup he won 2 as well in 05 and 07. It's a couple of FA Community Shields as well, and he also won the Europa League in 2013 after winning the Champions League in 2012 in Bayern Munich Stadium in front of their own fans, which was quite the story, wasn't it? So he's won pretty much everything as a player at Chelsea. Now he gets to return there. He's an absolute amazing figure. He is loved by the Chelsea fans. So last season they did very well. They finished in 6th place, and Derby, they played some really nice football. He had some lone players that he did really well, the likes of Mason Mount and Harry Wilson, all did very well under his leadership. They finished in 6th place with 74 points, and they beat Leeds in the playoff semi-finals at Elland Road to get to the final, and lost to Aston Villa, who obviously got promoted. But I think they did really well. I was expecting them to finish around that sort of area, because they brought in some really good players, in my opinion. So at the start of the season I said that they would do well. But not only that, they also did very well in the cup competitions. In the Carabao Cup, after beating Oldham and Hull, they played Manchester United, and this one finished 2-2 in the end. And I remember thinking to myself, why have they... Sky, I'm English and we have Sky here. Sky Sports put this game on live, and I was like, why the hell have they chosen this game? It's obviously going to be a United win. How wrong I was. So Mata give Manchester United the lead after 3 minutes, and then Wilson equalised with an amazing free kick. Romero was sent off. Marriott got to the next goal, and then Fellaini right at the end. But Jones missed the penalty, and they won. They also played Chelsea, could you believe it, in the next round, and they put up a really good fight, losing 3-2 to Chelsea. They scored 2 own goals that night, including one from Tomori, which was disappointing. But they played really well that night, and it was a really good first half. They got to the 5th round of the FA Cup as well, so they did rather well there. They beat Southampton after extra time and penalties at Southampton. They beat Accrington Stanley 1-0, but lost 2-1 to Brighton and Hove Albion in the 5th round, who obviously got to the semi-final, and they played Manchester City, who went on to win the trophy. So like I say, he's done well with a lot of young players. He's brought a few players through, like the likes of Jadon Bogle in particular. He's done very well, so he's given a lot of young players chances, and that is something that could be good at Chelsea. So Chelsea then, they are, in a situation with this transfer ban that they need to give young players a chance, and if they can give young players a chance, they've got to be able to have time. Usually they don't. If they're not given time, then they usually struggle. And with Frank Lampard coming in, you'd imagine that Roman Abramovich will allow somebody of his magnitude in terms of popularity at Chelsea to have time. If they finish outside the top 4, I don't think he will be sacked. I think that's really important that they just give him a chance, give him a couple of years at least to make his mark, because it's going to be tough without bringing in any players. They've lost Higuain. He's gone back, so their striker-wise, they haven't really got much. They've got Giroud, and that is about it. They have a hell of a lot of players out on loan. It'd be interesting to see which players he brings back and who he decides. But I think that he will give chances to a lot of these players. I think that Reece James will be amongst the first team. I think Zuma will be a part of the first team. I think he'll bring back Bakayoko. I think he'll try and get something out of him. Kennedy might have a chance as well. Mason Mount, definitely. Tomori, definitely. And obviously Christian Pulisic is coming in as well. Kovacic has signed. So there's a lot of good players that could be coming in from the youth setup and from loans, and then also the couple of players that they have indeed signed. I think he'll give chances to the likes of Hudson-Odoi and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, which is one of the big bugbears of the Maurizio Sarri situation, was he did not give them a chance until right at the end of the season. I think he'll give a chance to Ethan Ampadu as well. I think this transfer ban could be the making of Chelsea if they do it right. It's going to be really, really tough. I personally think that this move has come too soon. I don't think this is a step in the right direction. I understand why they've done it, but I don't think it's the right move yet. I don't think 1 year is a good enough amount of time to see if somebody's a good manager or not. He did very well in his first season, but at the end of the day, this situation would not happen if he wasn't a Chelsea player. If he played for somebody like Southampton, this situation wouldn't be occurring. It is only because he is a former Chelsea player. But if this works out, then they look like absolute geniuses. They look like one of the most brilliant ideas in terms of management. Because if they do, it's going to be like, well, we gave somebody a chance and it worked, and he's bringing youth players through, they're playing a nice style of football. If it doesn't work, it could turn very sour. And my club, Hereford, we had a physio come manager, and his name was Jamie Pittman. And Pittman came from being a player to a physio, and he was loved as a player. He always tried his best, and then it turned a lot sour after that because of this whole situation where he wasn't good enough as a manager, and we had to get rid of him. But it turned very sour. That's something I don't want to happen to Lampard, and I want Lampard to do really well. I'd like to see him do well because it gives an English manager a chance. There's not many English managers in the Premier League, particularly at the top levels, in the top teams, and that is something that we need to have more of. And it's good that Mel Morris decided to give him a chance, and also Gerrard at Rangers, that's good as well. And I hope more managers are given a chance that are former English players, because we need to see more, and hopefully that is something we can improve on. But that is the news. Chelsea have appointed Frank Lampard. I hope this works out. I really, really do. But I'm not sure it will. Only time will tell. I think this could be a great move. It could be a disastrous move. Whatever, I hope he stays in football. If it goes totally wrong, I hope he's not put off by it. He did a really good job at Derby County, in my opinion. He's done a really good job. He's done really well. He got them into the playoffs and everything like that. So I think he's done well. I think he's one person that could nurture the youth talent and also help players like Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Mateo Kovacic in helping them become a more complete midfielder. Because remember, he scored 10 goals a season every season, didn't he? He was really, really good when it comes to goal scoring, and that is something that maybe they lacked a goal scoring midfielder. He's also got tons and tons of experience at Chelsea, at City. He's played abroad in New York, and he's also been capped numerous times by England. So I think this is a step in a direction that's different, and I think the step in the direction last time was different. They went from defensive managers to a very attacking manager, playing football, well, not an attacking manager, but playing possession football under Maurizio Sarri. Didn't really work out, but hopefully Lampard will be given time. And I think Chelsea fans will give Lampard the time to adapt and give him time to understand where he needs to improve and stuff like that. I think they'll give him time. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, of course, if you are new. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Mike, and I will see you soon.